Deodorant for your down there, for your private parts? Is this really a thing? Do you need it? And what does an OBGYN say about it? Let's get talking. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Dr. Jennifer Lincoln, board-certified OBGYN, author, educator, and this is the health class you did not get in high school. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the bell so you never miss an upload. Today we are talking about down there deodorant, aka deodorant for your private parts, aka your vulva, which none of these companies will ever say. So why am I talking about this? Well, for a long time I've known about one company called Lume, which makes deodorant for your everywhere, including your down there. I thought that was it and I thought that was enough, but it turns out this is a whole industry. I got a tip by a reporter who wanted me to comment on Secret making a whole body deodorant, and so I sent her back some quotes on that. And then when I was grocery shopping the other day, I went down the deodorant aisle and I thought, let me just look. And there are a lot of these deodorants for your private parts, and I had no idea this was a whole industry. So we are talking about it. Now, what do you think of when you think of deodorant? You think of putting it in your armpits, right? That's what I learned about in the 6th grade when we had that talk about how we're all stinky. Apparently that is not enough, and now you can put it anywhere, which I'm not necessarily against. Like, sure, we have stinky feet and like the boob sweat. Cool, but what about between your legs? So what is deodorant for your private parts? It's marketed as making you not stink down there or not having an odor of what like a vagina should smell like, which is a vagina. And they all have these really fun scents. So Lume has like a million different scents that you can see here. Secret makes lilac and water lily, and peach and vanilla, and Dove has coconut and vanilla, and Shea Moisture has coconut and hibiscus. So apparently our down there is supposed to smell like a tropical oasis. There are also men's options, which I'm not getting into today. And yes, some of these brands do offer unscented options as well. Let's talk about the common themes that we see in advertising for these down there deodorants. They all very much have this cheeky feel. Like you can see this commercial from Lume, you know, it's cute and it's fun. And then Secret has a very similar one where they're just like, you know, it's your friend, but you're laughing, but you're kind of making fun of yourself, but really the message is you stink. Listen to the words that they use to advertise their products.
At the office, inhaling your own front fumes. In bed, doing some stinky wanky. So if your junk smells so awful, you're bad at hide and seek, and reclaim your confidence here, here, and here.
This is just a potpourri from Lume.
There was no solution for stench when I see.
Lume gives you confidence at the gym, the office, and the bedroom.
So if you want your hoo-ha to smell ooh-la-la.
And then Secret says this about us.
So 100% of humans stink.
Thanks, Secret. And the way that you're supposed to use this deodorant is you put it wherever you might have an odor that you want to cover up. Now, they don't ever actually say the vulva because that would be, I guess, too scary. Here are all the ridiculous euphemisms and words that these companies use.
Not just your privet drive.
Actually use it downstairs too.
So if you want your hoo-ha.
Like lady parts, man parts.
That's why I use Secret whole body deodorant everywhere.
From your pits to your bits.
So you can use it on your
24/7 freshness everywhere.
Everywhere.
The other common theme is they always claim that they're either created or recommended by an OBGYN or a dermatologist to try to give credibility. Now, Lume was actually invented and created by an OBGYN, and that makes me hate that brand even more because she knows what these sorts of products and this advertising specifically, not the product itself, but the advertising too, does to her patients, and yet she still makes this product. And I'll tell you what that is in just a minute. And I love Secret's, what they say here, it's super vague. So they're not telling me exactly where they recommend putting it. Did you ask the gynecologist about putting it on your feet, or did you specifically say the vulva and they said it was okay? But also, you can pay people to back anything. So I don't care if 100% of the 5 gynecologists that you offered $10,000 to promote this brand said, because they are being paid. And the same thing as you can see here with the dermatologist phrase.
Translation? It's made from body-safe ingredients that don't just mask odor, they help eliminate it.
Yeah, body-safe ingredients, except you have fragrance, which is never really safe for your vulva, and that's what we're going to talk about next. So let's talk about what's in these products. You can see here for this picture of the Secret whole body deodorant that it's free of all the things you see here, which that's what they're leading with. But what it's not free of is fragrance. And you can see in these photos, I took these in the grocery store, every single one of these labels has fragrance. fragrance and the vulva do not mix. It can cause severe irritation, skin reactions, allergic reactions to the very sensitive skin of the vulva. And if you place it not only on the outside part, the vulva, but if it gets into the vagina because you put it there because you have no idea, and like, yeah, it's on the bottle in tiny, tiny, tiny words, but maybe you don't know and you think it's supposed to go inside, or you put some on the outside, but it gets close to the inner lips, the labia minora, and into that like vaginal mucosa that's right past that, that could cause a ton of irritation. It can also make you prone to infections. It can cause bleeding. It can cause scarring. Not good. So are down there deodorants unsafe? Possibly, because like I said, fragrance in the vulva and the vagina, not good. It can cause some really bad skin reactions. But I also want to go a step beyond that and say, if you feel that you need these products because you have an odor, and instead of being seen and being treated for a potential bacterial infection or a fungal infection, a sexually transmitted infection, you're using these deodorants, number one, you're not going to get better. And number two, you could be continuing to walk around with an infection, spreading it to others, or worse, causing yourself harm. Untreated infections become harder to treat. And some of them can lead to things like problems with fertility or getting pregnant in the future because of that scarring that can work its way up into the uterus. So my friends, using these deodorants to cover up an odor can be a real big problem. These products also breed a ton of shame. I showed you the advertising. They are normalizing this idea that your vagina or your vulva should not smell. And guess what? They should smell like vaginas and vulvas. I've already said it, but if there's an odor that is so strong that you are worried about it, I need you to get seen because that means that there could be something going on. But if you think that it's normal to have no odor at all, that is a fantasy. And it's very different from when we say, well, we wear deodorant under our armpits and nobody freaks out there. Sure, because we all have armpits. But there is a specific level of shame associated with vaginal odor that plays into the purity culture that we're supposed to be clean and cute, and usually hairless and fresh. There's tons of language about freshness, and it gets into our mind that our vaginas are dirty and gross and disgusting, right? Think of all the words that people use to describe vaginas that are derogatory, like a fish taco or clams, or it smells fishy down there, right? That makes people feel like instead we should smell like hibiscus or lavender, and nothing could be further from the truth. So my take on whole body deodorant: when you buy these, you are playing into shame culture because you are telling them, yeah, that worked on me, that marketing. And people like the OBGYN who came up with a product at Lume, and now people at Secret and at Dove and Shea Moisture and all these companies, they've realized they can make more money by making you feel ashamed. And so I would love to say pass. Now, I get it. You might say, well, Jen, that's easy for you to say, but what about if I do have sweat under my boobs or between my thighs or my feet and I want to use something there? Be my guest. But it would be great to not give money to companies that capitalize on our shame. Okay, what do you think about whole body deodorant? Did you know it was a thing to put deo on your vulva? Questions, comments, thoughts, go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. Until next time, stay safe and shame-free, my friends.